The most common type of bank financing used to fund a business are credit cards. I'm sure you're thinking, all right, yeah, I've got credit cards in my pocket. They're easy to get. Business credit cards are actually pretty good. The best thing about a credit card versus another, like a loan or other type of financing, equipment financing, is you only pay interest when you actually use the money. So you could have a wallet full of credit cards, let's say $100,000 in available credit, and you're not going to pay a penny of interest until you use it. That's really good with a startup because it may be 3 to 6 months before you need to start incurring expenses because you're in a planning stage, right? So you can get your credit cards now and use them later, and there's really no downside to doing that. Unlike a loan, once you get the money, you should start using it right away. So business credit cards are good. Another one of the reasons is the payments are low. So let's say theoretically you used $100,000 in business credit cards. That's a lot of money. But your payments would be $2,000 a month. It's exactly, or anywhere from 1.5% to 3% of the amount borrowed. 2% is kind of the standard. So if you borrowed $100,000, you'd be paying, say, $2,000 a month. And if you pay back, it's kind of like paying back a 20-year loan. I mean, you can't go out and get a 20-year loan, so that's the longest repayment term you're going to have for any kind of financing. And a lot of banks offer credit cards, so there's a lot of variety out there. Also, one of the nice things about credit cards is you don't have to justify every single individual expense to the banks. You can just go out and use it when you want, don't use it when you want, pay it down. If you keep them in good standing, you can use them for 20 years. So a lot of reasons credit cards are good. There's one important thing for you to think about though, and that is the difference between personal credit cards and business credit cards. I advocate to all our clients, get a couple business credit cards even if you don't need it. When I say business, what I mean is personal credit cards, that's what you already have. And if you rack up a lot of debt on your personal credit cards, it affects your personal credit. Now, if you go to apply for a home loan, you may be going to get denied because they're going to say, look at all this debt you have. If you get a business credit card, it doesn't even show up on your personal credit. It is business debt. So you don't have to worry about that. It's also easier to justify these are business expenses. You know, to the IRS, if something weird happens, they say, look, business expenses, personal expenses, so keep them separated. So that's the difference between business and personal. It's important to remember that. Now you may be thinking, how do I qualify for business credit cards? Well, the single most important thing that's universal among all banks is you have to have rock star personal credit. You want to have really good personal credit. It means never miss a payment, never be late. Some of the things that catch people are you want to have personal credit cards, preferably with a high limit, and then just not be using the money at all. So if you go to a bank and apply for a business credit card, the biggest personal credit card you have is, say, a $1,500 limit. The most the bank's going to give you is $1,500 for your business. That's not that much. If you have a $20,000 personal credit card, you might be able to get 5 $20,000 business credit cards. Now you got $100,000 of money you can use to grow your business. Of course, with any kind of financing, you want to be careful. You want to make sure the payments don't get away from you. But business credit cards are a valuable, excellent tool for growing your business that stay with you through the life of your business.